Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That Brahman is infinite. This universe is also infinite. The infinite universe comes out from the infinite Brahman. But taking the infinitude of the infinite, namely the universe, it remains as the infinite, that is Brahman alone. That is the full idea of the Brhadaranyaka Upanishad. But you know that every scripture, every rishi has his own style of teaching. So here we find the rishi, he is teaching in a very different way. He will be telling that there is a horse sacrifice, because that was the great attraction in those days. It was a great celebration, the horse sacrifice will be, and the king will let loose the horse, and the horse will go different places, and it will come back, and that will be sacrificed, and naturally that was a celebration. Nowadays we do the Durga Puja or the 24th December, like that different type of celebrations, they used to do that. So he began with that. So obviously people will be interested to know what is going to happen. So this is the horse is facing towards east, and the tail is this, and this side, that side, these are the things all they kept around the horse, and this way they were going on, he was going on explaining. Then ultimately he takes us, our mind, towards the Brahman. So this is the unique way he always. Now we have already heard about him, and he was telling, Atho ayamba atma sarvesham bhutanam loka. This atma, this consciousness is sarvesham bhutanam loka. This every being is having that atman. And what is that atman? The consciousness that is in every being. So we are always aware about the body. Any pain, little pain, immediately we are aware about it. We are aware about our mind. Sometimes some happiness, some miseries, suffering, all this we can understand that. But we are not aware about the Atman, the consciousness, as we are not very much aware about the oxygen that we regularly take. And we think it is normal. When we are taking, when we are exhaling, we do not know. But when the doctors, they give the oxygen, then oh my God, it's so costly. All through our life we were using this oxygen not knowingly. So this is the way we have to understand about the Atman. It is with us, not that we have to bring it from outside, but we are not aware. Now what is the job of the rishis, the realized souls? They are trying to give us that idea. Swami Vivekananda, when Sister Nivedita asked him, what is your philosophy? And he said, my philosophy can be said in 2 sentences. To make people aware about their divine nature and to help them to manifest it, that's all. Help them to manifest it. And it is not that I am going to give them, not that they are going to acquire it. It is already there. Only I am going to guide them how to manifest it. That is the job of the all religious people. So here The Atma eva agra asit eka eva. One line he goes on repeating. Then sometimes in the song they will be all singing so many things. They will say again one line they will make. In the poem also, one line always repeating. So this is the way here in the Brhadaranyaka Upanishad you also find the Rishi, he is telling so many things about the hearts, about these, about that. But one line he is going on repeating, Atma eva agra asit. Atma, consciousness, eva, truly, agra, in the beginning, asit, it was there. What is the beginning? Beginning of the creation. When there was nothing, it was Atman, it was consciousness. Everywhere the consciousness. When there was no creation. Eka eva, he is reminding us, he was only alone. That means, now the creation that you see, varieties of creation, the trees, the birds, the butterflies, and these and that, everything is nothing but the consciousness. So indication is that only it was this. So this is the way he is mentioning. Then why it is necessary? There is only one Atman, and that is what we will surely know. Why it is necessary? They said, no, there are two types of knowledges. Dve vidye. One is external knowledge, another internal knowledge. External knowledge, we are spending whole life to understand the external these things. And afterwards, we are nowhere. We don't get peace, we don't get joy, we don't get happiness, we don't get eternity. So after that, when we realize this, oh, now what will happen? My lifespan is complete. Again, I have to come back. And when I come back, if we begin from where we left, that is good. And sometimes it is not. So all the time, this way, all the energies are flittering. We know so many things, but it doesn't help us to get the peace, happiness. Happiness we get, but little. Happiness, eternal happiness. So that is the question. So he is taking Satkaryavada, we mentioned last time. What is the Satkaryavada? That is the theory of the Lord Kapila. The Kapila Muni in Samkhya philosophy, he said, see, the cause and the effect, Satkaryavada, cause and the effect. If the cause is sweet, effect will be sweet. If the cause is sour, effect will be sour. So Satkaryavada. Now what was the cause? Brahman. The cause of creation? Brahman. What is that Brahman? Consciousness, eternal source of joy. That is the cause. And what is this effect? This world, this creation. So obviously these three must be there. This eternal and this joy and the knowledge, these three must be there. And that is the reason we have to understand and why we are not having that. We have got confused. That is the reason. Someone told, the teacher told the student, go and read, then you will get good result. And it was the mathematics exam. The teacher told, go and read. He went and read the whole novel. In the whole night he sat and finished the beautiful book, and For Whom the Bell Tolls by Arnold Toynbee, and he was very happy after reading that. But in the exam, he plucked, because that was not the proper way to get prepared for the maths exam. It is a different subject. That is the way also we are contributing so much of wealth, so much of energy, so much of intellect, so much of words, but for wrong way. And that is why they always say Sadhu Sangha. I went to Madison Hindu temple, that was the topic. What is the benefit of Satsanga? The first we have to understand, who is this person, the Sat. Sat means the sadhu, Sat means the priest or the holy person, and what is this holiness, etc. Then only I will be getting the proper guidance. Otherwise, I won't. So, these rishis, they say, see, this in the beginning was only one thing, that is Atman. Obviously, that was the cause. And the effect, all these. And particularly in this effect, the human being is so intelligent. Why? Because they are blessed. Of all the creation, they got that intellect. Now, if you misutilize your intellect, then what to do? The teacher properly told you must study, then only you will get good result. Instead of starting the proper book in the proper manner, they studied into something else. So what happened? So this, now he is tempting us. The rishi is telling food for all. So he declared food for all. Food? So naturally people will come. What is the food? Then he said, to everyone, he is to make understand it, he said everyone will get the food. Food means anna. Yat sapta anyani medaya tapasa ajanayat pita. Here the pita means the one. This is the problem in the Upanishad. They will use the word. Now the people are confused. Pita means father. The father is preparing the food for all. Who is this father? Each and every one of us are father. Why? We are creating. This world we are creating. When we hear something, immediately we imagine something. Oh, that is Krishna. And sometimes when I open my door, comes out outside, I get the beautiful smell. So I imagine. Today they may be having this or that. Okay. Let me go down in the kitchen, there will be very good thing. When I went down, it was the same old oatmeal. So, what they were preparing, I don't know, but the smell came. But anyway, what to do? So this is the way we create. And the moment you create, you are the father. This is Pita. The 18th, this coming next Sunday, is the Father's Day. Who is the father? Pita, the creator. And that is why the ultimate creator is also known as the Father. The Christian tradition, they call him the Father, Father in the heaven. Though in our country we say Mother, because we respect Mother more. So that way, this Father, he said, Yat sapto anyani, the 7 types of food he prepared. Who? Pita. How he prepared? Medhaya tapasa. One is Medhaya, another is Tapasa. He created Ajanayat, using the food for the mind of the state. He said that. Tapasa means meditation, and Medhaya means rites. The rites and meditation. What is the right? External work. That is the right. So when we are helping, the other day I saw someone forwarded the one some young boys and girls, they were moving in the field. Suddenly one squirrel came and it was looking at the water bottle that the young boy was holding. It was obviously thirsty. The boy was scared with the squirrel coming so close and standing like this. Then someone perhaps told it is thirsty. So he held the bottle and the squirrel drank from there, and then it was very satisfied. He danced over there for a little and then left it. So this is the when we are helping someone by that way, it is called medhaya. It is right. And when we are doing, that is a yajna, that though the young boy who was helping, he was just out of that he was doing. But if he had done that with a mentality or a temperament of service, that is tapasya, that is yajna, that is rites. So different type of rites are there. And that is why in the different religious institutions, they will have different type of things that you should do like this, you should do like that, you should offer this, you should offer that. So many things are there. These are the rites they do. Another is meditation, tapasa. What is the tapasa? Tapasa means tapasa chiyate brahma. That way in another Upanishad they say. Tapasa means meditating. You are concentrating your mind to create. And there you are analyzing, if I create in this way, then what is the effect, what is going to happen? So this is the way they think. So they create in two ways. One, through meditation, another through service. So who is creating? Father. What the father is creating? Anna, food. How many different type of foods? 7. They say sapta. So they say sapta. Yat sapta anyani medaya tapasa ajanayat pita. It is the first adhyaya, 5th brahmana and first mantra. Ekamasya sadharanam. Then 7 types of food. Ekamasya sadharanam. For everyone, for general, the one type of food. That means the food that we eat. So that type of food it was created. Ekamasya sadharanam. Dve devan abhajayat. And the 2 different food was given to the gods. That was given to, so 1 plus 2, 3. Then trini atmane akuruta. The another 3 types of food he kept for himself. And another 1 food he gave it to Pasubha. Pashu means animals, birds, reptiles, for that 1 type of food. 1 food for general, 2 foods for gods, 3 for himself, and 1 for the animals. So these 7 types of food he gave. The father is the individual doer. So this we have to keep. Pita means the everyone. And all this, though Hiranyagarbha is the creator according to the Veda, and Brahma is the creator according to the Bhakti scripture. Now, another confusion. Then sometimes the Vedanta will say the Hiranyagarbha, the creator, then who is Brahma? The Brahma is also created from a different angle, from different school. So this is in the Hinduism, they from the Dvaitic point of view, it is Brahma. Vishnu created Brahma. Brahma got the knowledge from the Lord Vishnu again, and the knowledge is 4, Rik, Sam, Yaju, Atharva. So his 4 heads he created. But Vedanta say it is Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means the golden egg. So like that, they were thinking and the creation came. The Hiranyagarbha is the creator, but still here the individual self is creating the food. But when the Rishi in the same mantra says, Tasmin sarvam pratishtitam yaccha praniti yachana. Now he talked about the food. And in one of the songs, in one of the our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he used to invite the people, come and have this, that different type of food he used to mention. And the ordinary people will be thinking, oh, there's a food he is going to give. And actually not. It meant completely different thing. So this is the way they always say. They say something, mean something. So you have to understand what he meant. The symbolic way they are mentioning. The food that he is offering for the general, 1 type of food, for animals, another type of food, for the gods, 2 type of foods, and for himself, the individual, 3 types of food, total 7. And what is this food? Sarvam pratishtitam yaccha praniti yachana. Everything is depending on this food. Those who are having the consciousness or not. Everything is depending on this food. That those who are not having the consciousness, how they can depend on food? So they will say, and slowly, Kasmat pani na shiyante adyamanani sarvada. Adya means eating. Now this confusion, to crown the confusion, he said, now this food, all the time people are eating, but still it is unexhausted. So how it is possible? Kasmat, how it is possible? Tani, those food, na shiyante. It never goes, it is not becoming less, as it is. Adyamanani, adyamana means eating. It never gets exhausted, though every time all are eating. He is giving the hints. It is not the food that we are thinking, get ready. So he is coming with that idea now. And the Rishi says, if you can understand the secret of this inexhaustibility of this food, you will attain identity with the gods. That is called Upanishad. When some people, they will purchase the book and if they just read that, they won't understand anything of it. And rather they will conclude, oh, this is useless. And that is why in the beginning, let's say 16th, 17th century, and some of the Western scholars, they declared all these things as rubbish, useless, because they could not understand that they are mentioning one thing, are actually they are indicating something else. So this is the way sa devan apigacchati. They go to gods, they become gods, they merge with God. Who? Those who understand this. And here not the big G, it is a small g, gods. So if you can understand the creation, and then you will also become gods, plural. That means the power to control the nature. So that type of God. But when it is G, capital, G big, that means the supreme God. No question of creation, no question of other things. We have to keep in mind because we are studying philosophy and very high philosophy. We are not giving you any teaching on morality. Oh, don't steal, don't tell lies, all those things are over. Now you are in the university level studying in the spiritual life. So this he says, so urjam upajibati, and will enjoy the nectar. He will become God and he will enjoy the life. Who? Those who will understand. What they will understand? That this food that the Rishi is talking about, and this food is inexhaustible, it never ends, and I am creating that food. And what are those things? Now he gives the accounts about his own food, the God's food and his own food. For the animals, for the general masses, ordinary food, because they are eating that and sustaining. Someone came and he was asking, sir, what is this Brahman? And the Rishi told, today is the first day of the month. You come on the 15th of the month, but all these 15 days go on reducing your food. Today you eat 3 times, next day only twice, third day once, then reduce the food. Like after 15 days you come. And in those days also intermittent, this fasting. The modern days the people are intermittent fasting, but they were doing that. So he told him, and this boy went back and he practiced that. After the 15 days he was so hungry. And the teacher asked him, hey, you wanted to know something? What was the question? Sir, I have forgotten what was the question. I am so hungry, please allow me to eat something. Then the teacher said, Annam Brahmeti Vajanat. Anna, the food is your Brahman. Because it is giving you the life. So that which gives you the life, that is your God, you should protect it. The wastage of food, and that you will find in the Eastern country, not that just because they are poor country, now they're poor, but they will never waste the food. The parents will be always watchful. The children are eating properly and not wasting anything. Why? Annam brahmeti vyajana. The food is your God. A day may come, God forbid, when just a morsel of food, you will die for that. So that is why the first beginning is this. Understand this. What is helping you to sustain? Food. So that is your first God. And so he began with the food, 7 types of food. But that physical food that we eat is nothing. So he is taking our mind slowly higher and higher, and he is mentioning in this way. In the mantra, Rishi gives an explanation. 1 food means general food. 2 to God means is a fire offering and the other offerings. 2 to gods. In those days, they used to offer things to the fire. Now also, if you go to any homa, in the Madison event, I saw they are doing the homa, one person, one family is doing it the traditional way they are doing, giving the oblation in the fire. Then you are thinking, whatever I am praying, that prayer is reaching towards the God by the smoke that is going out. You may laugh, but that is the belief that they do like that. So what is that yajna? That way they are constantly thinking, and what actually happening? When they are pouring the ghee in the fire and when they are uttering the mantras, they are remembering God. And by that way their mind is becoming purified. Whether that is going to God or not, that doesn't matter. It is only external. But they are going on thinking, that is helping him. But he is not aware of it. The moment he will become aware, immediately it will be. In Hindi, there's a beautiful couplet. It says, the मैं को कहाँ ढूंढो बंदे, मैं तो तेरा पास मो. Bande means the person. So where you are searching me, God is asking, where you are searching me? I am always so close to you. मैं को कहाँ ढूंढो बंदे, मैं तो तेरा पास मो. खोजोगे तो पल भर के तलाश मो. If you really know how to search, in a blink of an eye, you can realize me. What is that? Whatever I am doing, I must be conscious about it. What is the consciousness? In the beginning, there was only one Atman, Brahman. Remember it. And there was nothing else. So anything that I see is nothing but the creation of that Brahman. So when I am feeding a squirrel, I am feeding God, serving God. And when I am feeding a squirrel thinking, oh, I am a lover, the animal lovers, they will remain animal lovers. Maybe they will afterwards become the superintendent of some animal husbandry somewhere. No, not that. When you are feeding an animal, you are thinking that I am feeding God. When you are serving someone, thinking I am serving God. Whatever you are doing, if you think about God, your mind is becoming purified. Sweeping, cleaning, talking, visiting places, everywhere. So Rishi is taking us in that way. The 2 is offering. The one offering usually, traditionally, we give into the fire, another to different type of people, different type of offering. You come and offer some money over here in the donation box. That is also offering to God. The food to God. So you are offering this means food to God. With that money, we will purchase some sweets, some flowers, some incense sticks, and we will decorate the God. And when you come, you enjoy that. And in exchange, you get the prasad. Again, it will be over there. So this goes on. So this is also the food for God. And sitting over here, there, when the pujari who is doing the puja, he is also offering, that is also oblation. The god is getting two types of food. One offering to the fire, another human children and others also. So that is also the food for them. Why the food not exhausted? Because the karma never ends. What is that food we are offering? Because our karma, we are going on thinking and it never ends. If you have noticed the Ramakrishna Mission symbol, below it is a picture is there, and you will find that the wavy water, Swami Vivekananda himself drew that. He was an artist in that way. And of course the thinkers. He drew that wavy water as a symbol of karma. It never ever ends. Never ends. I kept a big notebook someone gave me. It's still with me. And I thought I will note down whatever I have done in this life. When I was a child, what we did, and then the sort of a biography. I couldn't write it. So I was thinking, let the work become less, then I will write. And when I got the posting over here in America, I thought, oh, there's no work there, only reading and giving some lecture in the Sundays. No problem. I will get a lot of time, I will write. Oh my God. Still it is there. I don't know where I have kept now. So this is the way it goes. Work never ends. And if you think that after the work is done, then I will think of God, then you are like that person who is standing on the seashore, thinking when the waves will subside, I will go and take a dip. The wave will never subside. So that is the way, this is the work. And that is why it is never ends, it goes on. See how he says that is the food, but the food, it never ends. Those who have understood it realize God's. So this is the karma. So one should be careful about the karma. If he does not perform karma, then it will end. It will exhaust. Annam here is pratikam. Here again the Rishi is mentioning the word annam is a pratikam. Pratikam means the symbol. Out of 7, Trini Atmane Akuruta iti. Out of 7 food, 1 he has given for the general, 1 for the animals, 2 for God. So 4 gone. There are 3 left. Trini means 3. Atmane for himself, for the person who is thinking. Akuruta iti. And what are those 3 food? Mana, Vacham, Pranam, that is the food. There are some people, they are always, particularly nowadays the Hindus have become very active about food. They will always say, what you are eating? What you have mixed over there? Onion, oh my God. The God will go away with the smell of onion, so don't eat onion. And thinking of garlic, never, because God cannot think of eating garlic. And who said God came to him or her? Nobody knows, but they will go on because they don't like, so they will. And this is the problem. The food is not all this. Food means this. When they talk about food, is this mana, vacham, pranam. The 3 foods he kept for himself. First is the mana, mind. Then the vacham, then the pranam. It says, trayo loka eta eva. Again, what is this mana, mind? All the thoughts are mine. So in the thought, if you are thinking, oh, that man is a bad man, someday if somebody kills him, it is good, you are a himshaka. Don't think you are ahimshaka. Though you are taking only the clarified butter and rice, and you don't take anything, maybe sometimes green chili for the taste, but thinking, let that man die, let that happens to them, you're only thinking, mana. So you are not non-violent, you're a violent person. Manabacham, when you are writing the poems, the stories, and then sending it out to the people, you are very calm and quiet type of person. But you are instigating others to go and kill and loot and arson. All these things will happen. Do you think that you are practicing the non-violence? Not at all. So we have to understand this, but we go only to that direct food, what we are eating. No, that has nothing to do. According to your constitution, you can eat, so that your body remains all right. So this is the way, mana, bacham, pranam, and also the prana that it says, then trayo loka eta eva, bak ayam loka, mana antariksha loka, and prana aso loka. This three again, it goes one step by step, taking to our finer and finer. Bak, what is that bak? Ayam loka. Ayam means bhu. Bhu, bhuva, swa. The bhu loka, there are 14 places. The lokas are there. 7 above, 7 below. The last one is the patala. We all know the patala, the nether world. And the top one is the swarga, the bhu, bhuva, swa. So that way, the 14 lokas are there, above 7. 3 he is mentioning over here. The bhu means bak. Mana is the second level, second layer. And third, the prana, is the swarga. Swarga means the third. Bhu, bhuva, swa. Swa means swarga. And this swarga, the heaven, is the prana. When is mentioning it here, it says, trayo veda eta eva. Again, there are also 3 Vedas. What are the Vedas? Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samo Veda. They are not taking Atharva Veda into account. Atharva Veda came afterwards, and Atharva Veda included many other knowledges. Veda means knowledge. But the Rig, Sam, Yaju, these are the 3 Vedas. Trivedi, sometimes you will find somebody, Indrajit Trivedi. What is the Trivedi? This Triveda, sometimes in their family, they used to memorize this Triveda, and they used to guide the other people to learn this Triveda. Dvivedi, there's 2 Vedas. Only Vedi means 1 Veda. Chaturvedi is the best one. Chaturvedi. But ask the Chaturvedi, what are the 4 Vedas? He will say, ask about the physics, I can tell you. Chemistry, I can tell you. About Veda, you have to go to my ancestors. So we have forgotten, but we are carrying those. So that is why it says the Veda, the 3 food that he kept for himself. What is that? First, mana, bacha, prana. Second, bhu, bhuva, swa. Third, 3 Veda. And fourth, deva, pitara, manushyaha. And fifth, mata, pita, prajaha. All these 3 are their food. That means, food means action and the result. So, mata, pita, and praja, and the people all around, they are all is your food. What type of action you are taking, that is very, very important. For the Veda, for the knowledge, how you are learning that is also your food. How you are talking, how you are thinking, that is all your food. Then finally, mata, pita, prajaha. The mata is the bak. Pita is the second, and mana, and the third is the praja. So this is the way, these are the 3 indeed what is known. That is Vijñātam, Abhijñātam, Vijñāsasya. There are 3 ways. One is Vijñātam. That indeed what is known, Vijñātam. That what I can understand. Friends, maybe little boring, But this is the philosophy that goes on giving us an idea then how one slowly from the gross to the subtle it goes. And how when we think about the food, which is so dear to us, we cannot think of, there is no food you cannot think of. Sometimes some people when they are traveling, they will have only one bag for their clothings, and no book, but 3 bags full of different type of food. And they will say that no, we don't purchase anything from outside. So they will be opening one, that there will be so many other things, and they will distribute also along with the other co-passengers, and whole train journey full of food. And ultimately when they get down from their own station, you have to go on cleaning that compartment, because in the meantime they have thrown all those over there. So this is the food we will always think, but the food is not that. Of course, there is only one food. But the food means how I am behaving with my father, how I am behaving with my mother, how I am behaving with my relatives, my friends, my neighbors. That is also food. If we can understand this, we can purify our mind, because we are conscious. And again the Rishi will go and give the beating. Agre ekameva asit. In the beginning, before the creation, there was only one, and that was consciousness. So don't forget that. When you see many, don't get deluded. Now we go to a confectionery shop, and you see so many varieties of sweets. And sometimes the sweet will be in the form of some doll, maybe an elephant, maybe a fish, maybe this or that, different colors also. So many variety, I will take one. All are sweets, sugar only, nothing else. And that way you have to remember. And if you go to, that's called Dunkin' Donuts, if you go in this country, and I went over there, I became a fool, and I was asking them, is there any Dunkin' Donut product without sugar? They looked at me, without sugar? Dunkin' Donuts? So you cannot go over there. If you are having problem with sugar, never ever look at them. That will increase your diabetes. Looking at the Dunkin' Donuts, because everything is sweet, but big variety and so attractive looking. But everything is sweet, nothing else. So when you look at that, you have to think sweet only, it is only sugar, though it is variety, different names, different shape, different form, different color, but it is one. Similarly, in the spiritual life, only one thing we have to remember. Ekam eva agra asit. Only one there was in the beginning. What is that? Atman eva. And this consciousness was there in the beginning. Though we see different varieties of people, some are good, some are really bad, some are in between, but all are that consciousness. I have to reach back to that level. And how can I? When I see many, there's the conflicts. Obviously, some I like, some I don't like, dislike and all this. So it says, Vijñātam, I have understood, known. Abhijñātam, I have not yet understood. I don't know yet. Are Vijñāsas, to be known. I have to know. These are the food for the human being. When you talk about the food, look at it. So these are the food for the human being, and that what started with the annam slowly goes deeper and deeper. And in the 16th mantra, we find that the 3 food he kept for himself becomes 3 loka and 3 worlds. Now ultimately, that 3 food for himself, the Pita, who is keeping food for himself, Pita. Who is the Pita? It's not the male or female. The Pita means one who is creating, one who is thinking, Pita. And this is a Atatrayo Bhava Loka, Manushya Loka, Pitriloka, Devaloka, Iti. Now these 3 lokas you will go. You go do all these actions, then what will happen to you? Now we are asking, don't tell lies, don't hurt others, love thy neighbor as thyself, and like this, like that. You are practicing that. Then what happens to you? You go to a better place. And what is that better place? They say there are 3 lokas. 3 places are there. First is Manushya Loka, then Pitri Loka, then Deva Loka. Most of the soul, they come back to Manushya Loka. Manushya Loka means this. They don't go very far. They will be hovering over here and there. They are not having only the body, but they are having the mind. Mind can go anywhere. They are surviving in that. And it is the thought. So they are everywhere, they are waiting. And whenever they find this is the good place for me, they will sit down over there. And with the food, they will enter into the body of the father and in the mother. They will take birth, and again the life will begin. So this is the way it goes. So Manushya Loka. Suppose you are constantly thinking that I like to be a king, I like to rule the people, I like to do this, I like to do that. You will be born as a Manushya Loka. You won't go very far. After the death, don't worry. You will come back very fast. Why? Because your desire is very heavy. And the more you are light, that's why they say, advertisement, the travel light. So this you are traveling. You are traveling, you should be light. Only a small bag you are carrying. And what is that inside the bag? Japamala only, nothing is there. Only the beads that I count. Then where you will go? Devaloka. So this is the way, if you are thinking that I will develop this country, I will do this, I will do that. Most of the people, they think about their family, I will have to have these. What will happen? Because after me, who will look after these children? Because they don't know much. So much of attachment. And you have to come back. And you will be nearby somewhere. So they say, Atha Trayo Baba Loka. Trayo, 3 Loka. Manushya Loka. Then Pitri Loka. Some people, they are very fond of their ancestors. They will be constantly thinking about that. In the Indians, when you talk, they don't worship gods. They think about grandfather, something like that. They will be worshipping only them. And their pictures will be there. And they are thinking about that. Constantly they are thinking. So when they die, where they will go? Pitri Loka. They will go to that. All the ancestors are sitting over there. The majority of the people, they think in this way. Even you will find the Chinese stories, and the ancestors are watching, that they will be talking. Where from the stories come? This idea. The ancestors are there. I have seen in some of the tribals in the northeastern India, they will be keeping all their bodies. Nothing is there, the bones, but they will pack it in a nice way. They keep in one place, and one hill is there, ancestors' hill. All when they die, they will keep their body, they will keep over there, and slowly they become only bones, they will keep even there. Then one day all they will go, decorate that, they will worship that, they will offer food, they will also eat food, they will sometimes cry, they will sometimes dance to give them enjoyment. We also do once in a year, they will be going and remembering the Pitri Purusha, offering the water and all that. So this Pitri Loka, those who are worshipping gods, they will go to Deva Loka. So these are the 3, Manushya Loka, Pitri Loka, Deva Loka, and goes to. Now Manushya Loka, how you are surviving? Through sun. So these are the words that encourages many of the families in India, they don't talk about the daughters, they always talk about the son. Even when there is a daughter, they in the beginning they feel sorry, then what to do? So then they started calling the daughter also Beta. Beta means son. It's supposed to be, according to Hindi, it should be Beti, but instead they will say Beta. Why you know? Because they love son. Why? They are going to survive through the son. That is why. But it is not the Beta or Beti, it is the progeny, it is the children. Through them only they are going to survive, and nothing the wrong. So, Devaloko vai lokanam sreshta. The first is Manushya Loka, then Pitri Loka. They will be doing the rites. Rites means Shraddha ceremony we do as we do. Even here also they will be doing the thinking of them, the ancestors. I don't know, the Halloween maybe one sort of that remembering those ancestors. The Halloween they celebrate, and almost in all human society it is there. So Manushya Loka, then Pitri Loka, and third is Deva Loka. So food we started, and this is the three food slowly takes us to lokas, and lokas are nothing but the result of our action. And it says Deva Loka through meditation. When you are concentrating your mind, withdrawing the mind from the sense organs, from the world, and putting it to the God, then you are slowly transforming. So it is the transformation. Hindus, they always believe in transformation, not conversion. You will never find the word conversion. It is only transformation. Anyone can transform himself. And how they will transform? Understanding. What is the understanding? These are all temporary things. Though they are all gods, but still they are temporary because it is the imaginary projection, imaginary thing by the God. As long as I am here, it is okay. But I have to get prepared, I have to withdraw the mind and I have to give it to God. As long as I am living with the people, all are my relatives, friends, father, mother, sister, brother, all relations are there. But at the same time, I know I am not this body, I am not this mind. So I don't have any association with this. This very moment, I am only wearing this, that much. But my real being is completely different. So they meditate. And when they meditate, they withdraw their mind, put that into the God, and they go to Devaloka. It is not Mukti, it is Devaloka. Why? Because gradually they are developing. Gradually they are developing. So the food, Devaloka vai lokanam sreshta. Of these three, the Devaloka is the sreshta, is the best. Manushya Loka, again you have to come down and then again the same thing. Pitri Loka, no, it's not necessary. Then finally comes to Devaloka. This Devaloka, they say this is the Sreshta, is the best. And we have to, the world of gods is indeed the best of the worlds. Therefore, meditation, the process to reach there, practice is prashanshati. Prashanshati means they always praise about meditation. They say it is better that you should meditate. Why? Because it is for your benefit. It is not for others. When we meditate, it is our own benefit. Sometimes some people after the retirement, they think, what I am going to do? There is a lot of time in my hand. If you can meditate 4 times a day, and then if you are reading the Holy Scriptures or listening to the Holy Talks, the 4 hours, say 4 times means 4 hours. 4 hours, 8 hours are over. So by that way, if you make a routine, you will find inside a lightness. You are not getting involved with others. And people will come and say, see, these are the problems happening. Oh, yes, yes. so much problem. But pray to God, everything will be over. But that's all. You are not at all getting involved into that. And you will feel light into that. That is called sannyasa. So you are preparing your mind. After the retirement, you are preparing your mind, and that is called vanaprastha. But instead of vanaprastha, if you are putting, as they call it, putting your nose in every affair of the family, then the family members will go, oh my God, every time he is talking like this and interfering and this, that will create problem. So vanaprastha means it is the time to get yourself ready to withdraw the mind. Who is going to be happy? I, you, the person who is practicing. It's not the whether other people will be happy or not. Don't bother about that. Make yourself happy by withdrawing your mind. You are with them. You are concerned for them. You are praying for them, but you are not attached with them. And then comes the sannyasa. It's nyasa. Nyasa means tyaga. What is that tyaga? Tyaga means you be happy as all others are also happy. That's all. Not that just because you are my son or my daughter or my family, I am only praying for you. I am praying for everyone. The moment we can do that, you will feel that you are completely separated from the body. The moment you are light, you travel light, and you are traveling without anything. So your mind will go to Devaloka, to the God you are concentrating. The Manushya Loka, Pitri Loka, Devaloka. And they say it is better to focus your mind on Devaloka. Now, what type of meditation? In the mantra 17, they will be continuing, and we will study that in our next class. But in the next Sunday, it will be 18, the Father's Day. I will give a talk, special talk on the Father, as the Mother's Day and the Father's Day on the Father. But I will be in Detroit, over here in Michigan, on that day. There's some initiation and all these programs are there. So I'll be in Detroit. And from there, online I'll give the talk, not in person. So on the 18th. Is there any question?
Ekta Mishra is asking, Ekta Mitra, why are we always aware of the pain, even if it is very little? How can I forget this memory? I want to practice this, but I am not able to make it happen. Probably not trying the right way. Why are we always aware of the pain, even if it is very little? I want to forget the bad memory.
Oh, pain. How all the time we are remembering the pain. So this is something very peculiar. If somebody insulted you, maybe when you were 5 years or 6 years old, even at 65 you will remember. Somebody said something. I don't know why. This is really very peculiar. And we get so many things, but we cannot remember those. But once we don't get something or little insult, we cannot forget. So that is the bondage. That is the Maya. The Maya will give the strong rope, and that is remembering of this type of pains. And we cannot forget and we cannot forgive. So that is why in the spiritual practice they always say, forget and forgive. You have to forget that, you have to forgive. How you can forgive? How you can forget? Oh, that person, he was good to me many a times. But maybe on that particular day he was angry with something else. And unfortunately, I went before him or her that moment, so the fire came on me. Otherwise, he never insulted me. So that way, if you think, you will find, oh, this is soulless. No, it's good. It's nothing. So by that way, you have to. And second, another thing is, what if they are criticizing me? When an elephant is passing through a marketplace, the hundreds of stray dogs will be barking. Hathi never cares about those. So when you know that you are doing perfectly, And if someone is talking here, people, they don't care about anyone. But at least they have given notice to you. Look at, and they will be telling something. So take the, see, the Swami Vivekananda said, either you have to praise me or you have to criticize me, but you cannot ignore me. So that is called manliness, So you have to go applying these processes. Either give the subjective way, he is criticizing me because he likes me, loves me. And he wants to see me that I am perfect. You know that one thing happened in my life in 1993. That was the celebration, 100-year celebration of the parliamentary religion. 1893, the parliament, 1892. So 1993 in Calcutta, it was a huge program. Nearly 15,000 people were there, Netaji Indoor Stadium, and all our monks were there, nuns were there. I was the last speaker from the Ramakrishna mission. But somehow, by the grace of Mother and Goddess Kali, I was meditating on Kali. So by that way, it became really very, very good. But every few seconds, every few minutes, all 10,000 people standing and clapping, that was a great success. Even today, many people, they remember that. So I was very happy that it went well. Then all they came, they were, sometimes they were hugging me, patting me, shaking my hand. So I went to the senior Swamis, and there was one Atmostanandaji Maharaj, he was the then Assistant General Secretary. So we used to call him the Tiger Swami. He was very fair looking and big eyes. And when I went to touch his feet, and he said, I sang one half-line song of Rabindranath, to remember those words. Amar hiyar maje lukiye chile. You were hidden within my heart. So if I forget those lines, so I sang, so in the tune, it automatically comes out. And he said, একটা রবীন্দ্র সঙ্গীত গাইলো আর মাথায় মুসলমানদের মতো টুপি পরেছে আর এখন হাততালি পেয়ে এমনি করে করে হাঁটছে So that means only one song you sang and your cap is just like the Muslim cap. So naturally people are looking at that and clapping, and you are boasting like this. When you are returning back to your place, I was in Andaman that time. I told maybe after 7 days, well, no, today itself, go and change the ticket. Tomorrow you should leave. Then other naturally said, hey, what is it? In the beginning, I was also thinking, why? So, and other friends also, they were telling, why he's asking you to go back so fast? The people, and so many invitations were coming. So please come to our place, like that. Then I thought, no, he really wants to see me successful in monastic life. I should be a very good monk, and monks should not dance with the clappings of people. That is the last bondage, you can say, for the monks. When the people are clapping and appreciating, slowly you forget, and again you think, oh, people should appreciate me. So that's why I was young in 1993, and the Swami wanted me to see successful in a monastic life. It doesn't matter whether you get appreciation from the society or not. So this is the way you have to understand. And I appreciate that till now. I never felt pain. Thank you.
Vijay has a three-part question. First part is, can one move away from the people who hindered their spiritual pursuit, even though it is their responsibility to take care of the other person? Does it mean they are shunning their karma?
No, if you think that you are responsible for that particular person, you should obviously perform your duty, do your duty. But sometimes when the vairagya comes, then you don't care about that. You feel that God will take care of everything. At that time, you need not to bother about anyone. There are many cases are there, only one child, the son, and the father passed away. The mother, widow mother, crying. But the son told mother, I cannot live in this household. I have to go and become a monk. Things became so, everything was arranged. The mother of the sannyasi was also very happy afterwards. She got so many other families to support her. The bhaktas, the devotees, they all came to support her. Your son is going to become a monk, so we are all with you. So like that it goes. But if you think that this is my responsibility, you must stay back. Don't leave the house. Don't leave the house. That is the way. First thing. Second
question. Is it right to say that Bhakti Yoga is the best nowadays, as people are so body and food centric? If so, then how can we move from bargaining form of Bhakti to a higher form of Bhakti?
Now, if you read the Gospel of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he says, in any path you take, bhakti or jnana, whatever shoots you, that is taking you to the ultimate reality, and where all are becoming the same. How it is same? Now, those who are going through the path of knowledge, I am not this, I am not that, they are going on giving away, and slowly they are going to I am the Brahman. By that Shankaracharya Mahamudgara, he said, that I am not the body, I am not the mind. Okay. Where it goes? It goes to Ananda. It goes to the ultimately, it is the Ananda. The Ananda is the ultimate goal. And those who are worshipping the gods, the dualist, the Bhakti Marga, they are also slowly, this is my God's asrama, this is my God's thing, this is my God's this. They are also positive way, everything they are thinking, it is my God's. And slowly, slowly, ultimately, when they are realizing God, what they are achieving? Joy, happiness, and eternal. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, all paths are leading to the same goal. And that Sri Ramakrishna's example are very simple. He said, when you are going step by step upwards towards the terrace, every time you are negating, oh, this is not the terrace, this is not the terrace, you are going on step by step. And when you reach the terrace, you find, oh, this is also made of the same cement, same sand, same bricks, which these steps are also made of. So, negation and acceptance both are same. Ultimate real thing is, are you happy? That is the main thing. Whatever will take you to ultimate happiness is your path. Thank you.
So my thought is, Brahman cannot be described by words. So won't Brahman be always be unknown to the human mind?
No. You cannot describe it by words, but you can feel it. Brahman can be realized. Now, can you truly describe love through words? No. I love you because I remember your birthday. This is a symbol only. Many people, they remember the birthdays. The political leaders, they have the secretaries, they are keeping all the birthdays of the famous people in the country. Whether that famous man is not remembering when his birthday, but the political leader's card will come. Oh, celebrate like that. Why? Because they like to be popular in that way. Remembering birthday, does it mean that I love you? Purchasing some of the gift, does it mean that I love you? What is love? You feel, but you cannot express. You feel it, but you cannot express. You will notice that these little babies, when they are crying, sometimes they are all right with others. But when they are crying, some problem has come, the baby will know, this is not my mother, because the touch. And she will go on crying till the mother comes. That means the feeling of love. So it comes in that way. So when you are realizing the Brahman, you don't need anybody to say, hey, you have realized Brahman. No, it is nothing like that. It is the self-realization, and you will become full with joy, happiness, unselfishness. That's why I always repeat, it is love and unselfishness which is God. Otherwise, it is very difficult to describe God. The Swami Vivekananda gave these two words, it is love and unselfishness. So, realization of the Brahman means consciousness. And when you realize that consciousness, you see each and every one is nothing but the same consciousness in different forms. And it will be a great joy. Thank you.
Shanti Gurumurti is asking, you mentioned that constant thinking of ancestors will take you to Pitraloka. Is it all right to constantly think of their good qualities? In that case, where will I go?
It is the last part.
So, if I think of their good qualities, in that case, where will I go?
There only. As because you are concentrating on your ancestors, so naturally your goal is to go to the ancestors, you will go to the ancestors. And you will be happy with the ancestors. That's why you are concentrating. That's why you are praying. You are happy, you feel happy with your ancestors. So obviously you will go over there. So those who are meditating and praying to the ancestors will go to Pitriloka.
Sholo Chakravarti is asking, is Brhadaranyaka Upanishad the precursor of Tantric philosophy?
The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad?
The precursor of Tantric philosophy.
The Tantra is a different thing that developed in a separate way. It is based on the action, because Tantra believes that everything is the power, and that's why it's called Shakti. The Shakti means the power. We cannot blink without the power. Vedanta says it is consciousness. Tantra says it is the power. Unless you are having the power, you cannot blink. So that is the way they go, but it's a completely different thing. Here, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it gives the conception. On that conception, on that idea, if you are developing duality, developing Tantra, developing Advaita, Upanishad has nothing to do. Thank you. Thank you. So I am so happy that you listen so carefully and you are really very carefully studying. And yeah, please. Okay. Yeah. So the Ramakrishna mission is always goes for the Samannaya, that there are four paths are there, to reach God. One is the Jnana, another Dhyana, another Karma, another Bhakti. That is the traditional Hindu path. Jnana, Dhyana, Karma and Bhakti. Now, if you look at that, Swami Vivekananda combined that. There will be some people, they are called yogis. They are only meditation. They don't do anything else. Some people, they are all bhaktas. They will be constantly Hare Krishna, and they do nothing else. So that is the devotional path. They believe by that way they will reach. But Ramakrishna mission is the combination of all the four paths. And the first circle is the snake. And the snake is the symbol of yoga, meditation. The Shiva is the master in meditation. So the Shiva as if having a garland of snake. So that is why the snake is the symbol of meditation. Why? If you read Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, when the power is coming up from the base of the body and it travels like a snake, so that's why the snake is the symbol of meditation. One. Second, you will find rising sun. Rising sun is the symbol of knowledge. When the knowledge comes, ignorance goes away. So the knowledge. Third, you will find a lotus. Lotus is a symbol of devotion. Fourth, the wavy water is a symbol of karma, work. It never ceases. And if you are utilizing all the four together, then Paramahamsa, the swan. Because the Lord Vishnu, he was not having any form. So when the Brahma prayed to him, Then he came in the form of a Paramahamsa, the swan. And that Paramahamsa, that means you are going to reach the goal. Why Paramahamsa? It can be on the water, floating on the water, but water cannot make it wet. So that is you should be in the samsara, in this household, in this world, but you should not be what's called mixed with the bad things of this world. That is jealousy, criticism, anger, lust, all these things. So if you are not having that, you are living in this. Enjoy. So Paramahamsa. So all the 4 yogas, if you practice, you go there very easily. You know that one more minute I'll take, and this is so natural in every being. When you get up in the early morning, then you feel like meditating. No, you don't like to talk, you don't like to sing, you like to meditate, because all calm everywhere, so you feel like meditation. And then afterwards, you go and take bath and do puja, so it is devotion. Then afterwards, you take the breakfast and go out to work, maybe your social services here and there, whatever work. And then finally, you sit and read some holy books, all the 4 yogas. All the 4 yogas, if you are utilizing properly, it becomes really helpful, and that is the way. Thank you. Good question. And
You mentioned meditation in the morning. So you're doing meditation before bath, or you have to take bath before?
that depends on the person. You know, sometimes if you feel that I should go, just change the clothes that you were wearing at the time of the bed. So just change that, wash your face, get yourself free in that. Because taking bath and all that time will be wasted. Rather, if you have the habit, good. If you don't have the habit, don't bother for that. That will bother. Only if you are maintaining, as they always say, if you are maintaining one set of clothes for meditation, use that. Because the moment you are wearing that cloth, your mind will get ready. Oh, I have to meditate. Like the children, when they are putting on the school uniform, they know I have to go to school. So similarly, if you are putting on that particular dress using for meditation, it will help you. Sitting also, when you are sitting in one place, every day if you sit, that will also help. And also on the seat that you are using, same. So every day you are practicing, all those will be also helping you. Your mind will get ready. Oh, this is the time I have to meditate. So you will meditate. Bhurbhuva Swaha. Of course. Here, he has not mentioned about Brahma. He is slowly taking us up to the heaven, with the abode of gods. But that is not G capital, G small. So the many gods, the divine souls. Yeah, of course. So the Brihadaranyaka, you have only entered into the forest, so we have to cross the long way. Okay, so good. Thank you. Let us say, after me, please repeat Shanti 3 times, because this is really the essential. We all like to be peaceful and happy, and the different problem comes from 3 different conditions: one from the nature, one from the fellow beings, and one from myself, body and mind. So we are praying to the God, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. So yesterday, it never happens. but twice the electricity went off. I think twice or thrice. Then we were searching for, sometimes some people, they donated some candles, very, very colorful candles. We used to think what we are going to do with this candle. But anyway, it was there. I kept on my table. That was useful. So then I remembered, it's good that they gave. And when after that, and not only candle, you need a matchstick. Where the matchstick? And in the dark, you have to search out. When all these things were going on, and then ultimately it came back. Of course, I think 35, 40 minutes, but the electricity came back. But we have lost the connection, there's Wi-Fi connection. There's something burned and something happened. So I was wondering, see, this is a problem. This Sunday morning, we reach out to the whole world, but from the nature, it happened, so Shanti. So we have to tell those people, don't snap our connection.